Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Alright, let me start this one out by saying something like this. Speak the truth and speak it ever, causes what it will. He who hides the wrong he does will do the wrong thing still. Remember they used to tell us that when we were growing up? Speak the truth and speak it ever, causes what it will. He who has the wrong he does will do the wrong thing still. That's basic school teaching. Alright, so before we go any further, we're going to talk about this individual on the right with the black t-shirt on. This is a U.S. citizen / dual citizen of Jamaica that was recently killed in Jamaica under suspicious circumstances. Now, in this video, we weigh all our options, we put all the scenarios on the table, and we talk about all the possibilities. Hang around for that. Well, anyways, when I was growing up, that was basic school teaching, always instilled. So, there's a situation here, first of all, that we're going to talk about this U.S. citizen / dual citizen that got killed in Jamaica yesterday. But before we talk about all that, let me greet my audience properly. So, this is a morning thoughts morning, and I want you to have an uplifting day. I want you to have a progressive, productive day. I want you to go out there and live as if you heard that this was your last day. I mean, don't willy-nilly it, but go out there with manners and respect. Go out there and be productive. Go out there and be progressive. Go out there and be kind and loving, especially to yourself. Don't be selfish, but do be kind and loving, right? Shout out to all my people going out to work this morning, all my people coming in from work. Shout out to all the people working 2 jobs. That's the rough one. Somebody is leaving one right now and heading to the other one, and that in itself is work. Shout out to all my retirees. Shout out to all my grandparents. Shout out to all my entrepreneurs, stay-at-home moms, stay-at-home dads. Everybody with a clean heart, clear conscience, good mind, good heart, all them things there. Shout out to all those people, and thanks for tuning in. Now, this story, Delaware native shot and killed in Jamaica on Saturday, police confirmed. On Saturday, right? And today is Tuesday. Watch this. I'm going to read this whole story to you so you get an understanding of who this person is, where he was staying in Jamaica, and how these different scenarios I'm going to put on the table might actually be factual. But let me say this first. Speak the truth and speak it ever, causes what it will. He who hides the wrong he does will do the wrong thing still. The reason I started this video with that is this. This story happened in Jamaica on Saturday. Now, you and I both know, let's be honest with each other. If you have a white man that's an American, a U.S. citizen, that is killed in Jamaica by multiple gunshot wounds, right? How does it run in the United States of America press on multiple different channels, through multiple different social media or internet.com stations before it is placed in the Jamaica press? So we talk about the agenda to keep Jamaica looking good, even if we have to sweep what's really happening under the rug. Hide the truth, right? Like all the cover-up for the stuff that was happening in the tourist resorts. That's deep. I've been told, I don't know to be factual, but I've been told that persons from higher up have actually told media personnel that certain stories, don't do them. Don't cover certain stories or wait until last minute, see how it gets out first. You know, if it's out there, okay, well, hear this. It's already out there in the news media all over the U.S., so we have to do some damage control now. So we're going to make it look like, bam, so now we're going to cover it. I think if something like this happened in Jamaica, it should have been reported in the Jamaica news first, immediately. That would have showed some level of responsibility, some level of remorse. Not more leaving us looking like we're hiding things and covering up what's happening on the island to foreigners. That's just my opinion. Anyways, the story says, Timothy Shaw was picking up his wife from work when a man approached his vehicle and opened fire, according to Jamaica Constabulary Force. And I'm getting this from Delaware News Online, not from Jamaica News. Right? I'm getting this, I just bit my lip and it's bleeding. I'm getting this from Jamaica News Online, not from from Delaware News Online, not Jamaica News. So check it. So the story says, a man from Delaware was shot and killed in Jamaica on Saturday, police confirmed. Timothy Harper, who's 43, was picking up his wife from work at about 9:05 p.m. when a man approached his vehicle and opened fire, according to the spokeswoman for the Jamaica Constabulary Force. You're picking up your wife. You are a dual citizen, but you are a U.S. citizen first. People just approach your vehicle and just open fire for no reason? I highly doubt it. Could this be a case of mistaken identity? That is one scenario I'm putting on the table. Stick around, I got a few more. Alright. Harper suffered several gunshot wounds to the chest and was taken to a nearby hospital where he was declared dead. Police said his death is currently under investigation. Again, to this point, I've read another news entity, which is not from Jamaica, that says that someone has been taken into custody for this, concerning this. One suspect has been taken into custody, but the Jamaica Constabulary Force is not releasing any information concerning that suspect. No name, no anything, because of course at this point, it's just a suspect, right? Oftentimes when a suspect is taken into custody in Jamaica, they're probably going to be let go. They just hauled somebody in just to have us say from the outside looking in, okay, they're on it, they're working. And then he's let go and then the murder goes unsolved many times. Check the politician that was stabbed 20-something times in his home, Dr. Bloomfield. Suspect brought into custody, questioned, let go. And many more. The story says that Harp suffered several gunshot wounds to the chest. Several to the chest. And was taken to a nearby hospital where he was declared dead, police said. His death is currently under investigation. Now, several gunshot wounds to the chest. That's very concentrated. That takes precision. Okay? This means this person had definite intention and wanted you dead. So this is no random shooting. This isn't just I fired into your vehicle and I fired one into the seat, one into the radio, one into the gear stick, one into you, and it was several into the chest. Think about it. So with that said, I'm wondering, was this some kind of a extortion gone wrong kind of thing? Yo, you have to bring certain money right there, so by this time every month, so and so. I'm not paying you guys nothing. Get out of here. Okay, you're not paying a big man. Alright. Alright. Watch this. Scenario number 2. Extortion. I'm going to keep going. I have another scenario based on this right here. Andrew Johnson, one of Harper's friends from Delaware, who has since moved to California, said that Harper did have dual citizenship in the U.S. and in Jamaica. He said he was living in Westmoreland, the westernmost parish of Jamaica, part-time, and was killed in the resort town of Negril. Both Harper's, now this part, check this out. Both Harper's current wife and his ex-wife, Jenny, also live in Jamaica. So current wife and ex-wife live in Jamaica, you know. Now, based on that, I'm going to say, scenario number 3. Could this have been a jealousy hit? somebody? For dash him where? Harper's Facebook profile says he is from Smyrna. He had 2 young daughters, said Johnson, who is godfather to one of the girls and has known Harper for more than 20 years. Johnson is encouraging family friends to call the U.S. Embassy in Kingston to demand answers and to seek justice for Harper. Well, good luck with that. He said, I'm trying to get help to get to the bottom of who killed him and why. He said, I care too much to allow his death to just be pushed aside. Johnson said Harper had encountered violence in Jamaica before. He had encountered violence in Jamaica before, which leads me to another scenario. I want to know, what was his purpose in Jamaica, the need to get dual citizenship? Did you just like the island so much? What did his wife do for a living? And what was his means of income while he was there on the island? That is what I want to know. Because somewhere in there might lie the answer to why he died like this. Harper had a tattoo across his chest that read, Family First. Right there. Hold it there long enough, you're going to see it. There it is. It says Family First. Right? He had a motorcycle stolen in Jamaica at machine gun point. And he bought a restaurant that was burglarized. Alright, so here we go. They took away his motorcycle from him before at gunpoint. And the guy said at machine gun point. That means they probably came with an AK-47 or Uzi, something like that. One of them long strap-up broomy there. Alright, he had a motorcycle stolen at machine gun point. And he bought a restaurant. So he's on the island doing big business then. He bought a restaurant and they burglarized his restaurant. Maybe he has been targeted, which would lead me back to my extortion scenario. Just saying. Johnson said, describing how the thieves took the sound system and cut off the power, leaving the food to go to waste in the restaurant. He's talking about in the storage cooler in the walk-in fridge refrigerator. A lot of his friends were scared for his safety there, and they urged him to move back to the U.S. But he did not, and the island took his life, he said. He was an exceptionally caring person, a strong, business-minded man with the biggest heart for his family and friends. He did not deserve any of this. Frank said Harper hired him at his first job in Maryland, and they became best friends. They worked together at SourceFire, a Columbia, Maryland cybersecurity company later acquired by Cisco. Here is Frank Tim Harper were good friends who worked together in Maryland. That's him and his good friend that worked together in Maryland, where he first hired him and they became really good friends. Right? They also started a business together. Harper went to Am's wedding in Ghana, and Am went to visit Harper in Jamaica. Tim was a genuine friend who always put his family and friends above his needs, Am said. Am is the African guy that's talking now. He was the type of person that can adjust and adapt to his environment and to everyone around him. He was a good leader, and he motivated me in every business activity we worked on. He was full of life, and he lived his life to the fullest. I love him and will surely miss him. And here is his friend with the guy that just killed daughters. So he has 2 daughters, and that's his African friend with his daughters. Now, let me tell you this. Not swearing for nobody, but I'm saying, there are a lot of white people out there, right, that say, yeah, I love black people, I like black people, I've got black friends. I mean, if you ask them, okay, so where are your black friends? I mean, I work with black people. That's the black friends they talk about. I work with black people. No, that's not your friend. Where are the black friends that you went to his wedding, He was dressed in a suit and played a part in your wedding. He was best man at your wedding. He's able to come to your house and be around your children. That kind of stuff. I don't have any of those. You don't like black people. You associate with black people. You don't have black friends. There's a difference. Anyway, not here nor there. On Monday, which is the black African dude now, was still in shock over Harper's death. He felt numb, he said. His kids were his lifeline, man. He loved those kids so much. They lived with him in Jamaica. They lived with him in Jamaica. He loved Jamaica so much, he even took his little babies to live there. And even though he had encountered violence there before, he still felt the need to stay there. Was he making so much money that he felt like he couldn't leave the money behind and run back to safety? Or was he weighing up his options and saying, hell, it's just as dangerous where I come from in Delaware than it is here, so I could stay here and work out the thing. On Monday, was still in shock, he said. The girls were also one of the primary reasons Harp moved to the island nation, said. He wanted to be with them. A GoFundMe campaign that started by one of Johnson's friends has already raised about $3,400 for his family. So, Timothy Harper, his friend, shot and killed in Jamaica Saturday, had his last name tattooed on his back. Like that. Harper. Right? There would be nothing more important to Tim than securing the safety and protection of his two young daughters, the GoFundMe page says. His remaining family needs to be brought back to the U.S., where they are safe and can be supported and cared for by loved ones. According to the U.S. Department of State, some areas of Jamaica are currently considered high risk for travelers due to violent crimes such as homicide, armed robberies, and home invasions. And there he is, Timothy Harper, who was shot and killed in Jamaica. He was out there enjoying the sea with his surfboard, right? Sexual harassment occurs frequently, even at the all-inclusive resorts, and local police departments often lack the resources to effectively respond to serious crime, according to a travel advisory. They went on to say that in 2017, the embassy in Kingston received reports from Jamaican police or the victim themselves of 6 U.S. citizens that were murdered, 20 U.S. citizens that were robbed, 12 U.S. citizens that were raped, sexually assaulted, and 6 U.S. victims of aggravated assault, 4 incidents of domestic violence involving Americans, 4 instances of child abuse involving American children, and 1 actual missing person case, according to 2018 report. Those numbers are not all inclusive, as many crimes are often not brought to the attention of the embassy or to the police. Many murders have been attributed to gangs and drugs and gun trafficking in Jamaica. This is what I'm reading here, and this is from the Delaware Online. U.S. Embassy in Kingston, contact information is 1-877-702-6000. The email is kingstonacs@state.gov. If you know a U.S. citizen who has been the victim of a murder or a crime in Jamaica, you can contact this number to report such incident. And it was left right there. Now, what I want you to do is like, comment, share, subscribe. Leave your comment in the comment section below. Also, leave in the comment section below which one of my scenarios you think is the correct one. What happened to this guy? Hey, man. I want people to understand that Jamaica is a beautiful place, and there are many people there that are hardworking, law-abiding, upstanding people that are genuine, loving, caring people. They care just as much about their family as everybody else, and they want to see justice in these cases. They are under the same duress as the rest of us when things like these happen, because on the international front, it makes it seem as if we are all, this is how they judge us. They're all killers, gun runners, drug dealers, murderers, rapists, all this other stuff, and it is not so, okay? But this is not about defending Jamaica. This is about getting justice for this family. So, peace. I'm out.